Hi everyone, only me. I'm lonely, so I thought, why not come on here and have a chat to you lot, because you always keep me company, bless you. So I thought, what better way than to do some of this with you. So it's doing me staroar, which is that one. Is it going to focus? Hang on, there you go. That one there. As you can see, the size of it's on the bottom. And I'm absolutely loving it. Love. I can't wait for it to be finished and hung up. I'm so excited. Loving the colours. You can read the words really easy. Even, you know, you don't have to look through the camera lens to see it. And you can see it really easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I thought, right, let's do some diamond painting with all my favourite peeps. So that's what I'm going to do. And no, I'm not using a multiplacer. I was going to do the checkerboard. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But I like doing the checkerboard. Makes me a happy chick. And as Grant says, if you're a happy chick, he's a happy fella. So, a lot of cars going up and down our road today. A lot of car doors slamming. It's usually quite quiet in the afternoon. That's why I thought I'd do a video now with you lot. I thought it was peace and quiet, bit of company, sit down and do a bit of diamond painting. What better way than to spend the afternoon? So what's everybody's news? It seems ages since I've done a whip and chat. When's the last time I did a whip and chat properly? A few weeks, isn't it? Was it Christmas time? New Year's time? Oh, I don't know. The weeks seem to be flying by already. Can you believe, what is it today? 21st already. 21st. It's just like, before we know it, it'll be February, March. I can't wait for March though, because then you know spring is really coming. I mean, at the moment it's just winter. It is so frosty here, it's unreal. Every morning I'm having to defrost the car. My lock is still frozen solid. We did leave my car unlocked. Well, tell a lie. We left it unlocked from 5:30 this morning when Grant went to work till when I got up. There's a bit of something there. And some tweezers. Because it takes me ages to defrost the one lock. It hasn't got central locking, although it's an 07 car. Glue raised there with something on it. It hasn't got a lock on the passenger side, only a keyhole on the driver's side. So if your driver's side one's buggered, you've had it. And of course every morning it's frozen solid, so you can't even push the key in slightly. It's sort of, so that's the key and it's supposed to go into there. That's as far as you can get it in. So it's like, what? So Grant managed to get it open this morning, so he left it open for me at 7:30. I did put a towel on the windscreen last night. Yeah, I did remember. I was quite chuffed with myself. So I defrosted the side windows and the back window. And by the time I'd gone round and defrosted it all froze back up again. So I went back round again and I did again. So I got in the car, got the heaters on, so it didn't take too long. I mean, when we had our Land Rover, we had a 110 red Land Rover. That's a long wheel-based Land Rover. And the heating in that did not work. Well, it did work, but it might as well not work because it didn't really. It sucked in air from outside, went through this heater thing and was supposed to throw out warm air, but it didn't. So whatever came from outside came into the truck if you put the heating on. It was great in the summer. It was like central heating because it had these flaps in the front and you just open them like that and then you'd get the cold air rushing in. That was lovely. Didn't mind that, but winter, nope. it froze up inside as well as outside, so you'd have to defrost inside, then defrost outside, then you might have to defrost again, then you'd have to get blankets and bottles on the kids, because they were a lot younger then, to make sure that they were warm enough to go to school. They were right bloody palaver in the morning, but I loved my truck. I did love it, and the kids absolutely loved it as well. But I thought it was luxury when I got a car, when the truck completely broke down and we had to get a car. I couldn't get over heating, proper heating. It was like, what? And very often I don't put it on, and Grant says, why haven't you got the heating on? I said, because I'm just not used to it. I said, I got so used to having the cold. I said, anything better than that, I said, is nice and warm for me and the kids. But if he's in our car, he has to have the heating on. He's a wuss. He likes to be nice and warm. But my idea is I'll just put an extra layer on. I don't like being over warm. And especially now I've got hot flushes as well. It's like, no, leave me be. Yeah, so, and apparently we had freezing fog yesterday, as I said in my video yesterday. It did clear about 3 o'clock. Came in again last night. Cleared slightly this morning. So there's a little bit of fog, but not too thick. But apparently it's going to roll back in tonight and be really thick, freezing fog. So it's going to be great. So I'm just hoping that hubby gets home before the fog gets in. But it does look now, what is it now, 2:10. So it looks like the fog is coming in. I can see on the hills it's starting to roll in slowly. But where he works is but just over, well, it takes him about an hour and 40 minutes to get home. And he said he didn't hit fog at all. He had no fog where he works all day yesterday. So he was quite shocked to hear that we'd had fog most of the day. The pavements here are as slippy as hell, because nobody grits the pavement because they don't want to be sued that even though it was gritted, you still slipped. So you go on the pavement at your own peril. So if you don't mind slipping and sliding, then it's great. Other than that, so Josh has taken the car. Well, he come back, fair play. He walked to school this morning because I needed the car. But he come back about, I don't know, 11:45. He's in school all day, so he came out on his break, picked the car up, so, and then he's going back to school, and then he's gonna, so he could bring the girls home, because it's just so treacherous on the pavements, and I don't want them walking on the road. So he said, save me coming back out, he would bring them home. I said, great, but I will have to go out when he gets home, because I need to get, they want pizzas for tea, so I'll need to pop and get some pizzas, because I've done no shopping, proper shopping for a few days, because I don't want to leave my little pups. And she's still not to be left on her own, so there's got to be somebody got to be with her. For the ones that don't know, I said yesterday, didn't I, that she went to the vets and they were going to see how she was. Well, I took her back, what time was it, 4:30. She hadn't really picked up. She was hiding in the bottom of the stairs, right in the corner. She'd growl if you went anywhere near her, which is not her at all. So I phoned the vet. They said, bring her back. I phoned my insurance company. They were okay with them doing some pancreas tests and stuff, so that was great. So I went back to the vets and I explained to them, I said, look, I can't afford to pay it out first and then me claim from the insurance. I said, that's why I bought the insurance, because I knew it would be tight to be able to do that. Can you, because they don't normally, they like the person to pay up front and that's claim, because they've been ripped off so many times. So I took the insurance papers with me with all the information on it, and said, so the practice manager said, yeah, that's fine, because I've been with them for years and I've always paid on the day as I've had any treatment or whatever over the years. And then when she had this massive lot of treatment at Christmas, I'd paid up front, so they knew that I'd maxed my credit card out. Although I got half of it back, It still doesn't help. And then Christmas, so my card got maxed again. So I haven't really got anything left on there. So they said no, they were happy to do that, so which I've got to do tomorrow, take the claim form down. So that was a big relief off my mind. So we went in. She did have a bit of a waggy tail still, and the vet said, oh, she's still wagging. But as soon as we got her up on the table, her head was down, tail between her legs, and she just took one look at her eyes. She said she's going to have to stay in. She plucked up her fur to see how hydrated she was, or dehydrated, and she said no, she's more dehydrated, even though I'd managed to get her to lick some water off my fingers. So she said she's going to have to stay in. I said no, not overnight. She said yeah, overnight. She said we'll put her on IVs, pump fluid through her all through the night slowly. We're going to do a load of bloods, and we'll see what they'll say, whether we put her on antibiotics or not. If she bloats too much, then we'll do an x-ray and might send bloods off for the specialist blood for the pancreas. So I had to sign all that just in case. Yeah, I said that's fine. Oh, you should have seen her little face when I walked out and I left her with the vet. Oh, cry, I tell you. It broke my heart. She was looking at us as if missing, Mum, why are you leaving me here? Don't leave me, Mum. So I had a restless time yesterday when I come home, but the vet phoned me, what, about 6ish, to say that she'd settled. They'd got the IVs in her. The bloods, simple bloods that they'd done there had come back okay-ish, apart from her white blood cells were right up. So they were going to start her on antibiotics. Although they don't know where the infection is, whether it's the stomachs, the bowels, pancreas, or whatever. So they said somebody would be checking on her through the night. If I rang them after 9 this morning, they'd fill me in what was going on. Well, fair play, the lady that owns it, the vet that owns it, she phoned me this morning about Happer State. She said, I know you'll be worried, Caroline, she said, because you've gone through so much with her over the last couple of months. She said, I thought I'd phone you, let you know she's doing well. She nearly pulled me over this morning. She said she's doing so well. She said so. She said she's a lot more alert. She said she's not nowhere near right. She said, but she's more alert. Her head's up a little bit. Her tail isn't between her legs. So she said we're going to send off we're going to send off the pancreas test this morning. She said we'll do that this morning. Send that off. She said I'm going to let her come home. She said because the rest of the treatment is just tablets and stuff and food monitoring and stuff. She said so you can do all that at home, and if it deteriorates at home you're only 2 minutes up the road, and she's going to be a lot more happier with you than she is being in a cage here, which I totally agreed. So I went down, picked her up. She's sort of happy to see me, and then she gave me the bum's rush treatment, as if to say, you bloody left me here, I'm not speaking to you. It did make me chuckle, although when I picked her up, she did nuzzle into me, bless her. So the vet said we're just going to keep her on the chicken and rice. Going to have to see how she goes on that, see what the pancreas results come back as, and then think of a plan of action. But at the moment it's looking, if it is the pancreas, she'll be on chicken and rice probably for the rest of her life. If it's something like IBS, then she'll probably be on special kibble, which is special dry food for the digestion system. So it's just a waiting game. So the poor little thing, she's come home, she's had a little rest, and I was upstairs doing some jobs, so she threw the ball a couple of times. She brought me a ball, but she was really excited and ran after it, and then now she's sleeping. She's exhausted, absolutely exhausted. So she's coached up on one of the chairs in the front room, and I put the cushion so she's like a little nest in there for her. She didn't want to go in a dog basket or go in a cage with her other dog basket. She wanted to be up there. So I said that's fine. So hopefully we should get the results Friday on the pancreas. So I shall be happy as Larry once that comes. I shall. Let me have a slurp of my tea, folks. Yeah, but I did miss her last night. I'm so used to being in between me and Grant, this lump pushing down the side of me or giving me a nose bump to see if I'm okay, and then sighing down my ear while she's trying to get in between the two pillows. So it was like, oh, it felt really weird. I'll be glad tonight when she's back sleeping upstairs with me. Mind you, she might want to stay down on the thing, which will be fine. But I did miss her. Oh, I did miss her. My little heart was breaking for her. Like one of your children it is, and she can't tell you. Like having a baby which can't tell you where it's sore or where it hurts or how she's feeling, or just having to guess. So that was that. So as I said, Josh is going to pick the girls up. So I've told him to go careful driving in case there's black ice on the road. And he's going, do you think I'm stupid? I said, look, you've never drove on black ice. It's not that easy. You don't see it until you hit it. If your back end goes, drive into it, not out of it. So he said, what do you mean? I said, well, if your back end starts to go, I said, turn the wheel to where the back end's spinning out. I said, and it'll straighten itself. So I'm hoping to God nothing like that happens. Because I'm just a nervous wreck when he's out and about. Absolute nervous wreck. And every night he wants to go out for a drive. And Grant says, well, where's he going? I said, he's just going uptown, driving around town. Why? Why is he doing that? I said, he's a teenager. It's novel. I said, you know, I said, he ain't going far. Well, it's the petrol. I said, fair play. I said, he's put some petrol in the car himself. But I'm trying to be supportive of him because he needs the experience to go out and drive. But I really want to say, no, you're not having the car. I want to keep you safe. Because I'm hoping he doesn't drive fast. But you don't know what they're like if they've got their friends egging them on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping he says he's sensible, but I don't know. The girl said he went 60 on the straight when he picked him up the other day. Which it is loud. Like he said, that's the speed limit, Mum. You're supposed to can't get you up to 60 miles an hour and you're not supposed to dawdle. And I'm going, I know, but I said, can you just stay at 50? That's a reasonable speed. And that's 50 miles an hour, by the way, which is that 80 kilometres an hour? I said, that's quite sufficient. I said, yeah. You don't need to be going speedy Gonzales. So then I worry even more if you're going to go really fast, hit ice, and then he's going to spin and he can't control it. Grant says, oh, for God's sake, you're putting scenarios that aren't there. I said, I know. But he's just as bad because he's chopsing out, well, where you go, why are you going there, who are you going there, why don't they come and pick you up, why have you got to drive there, why can't you stay at home? And I'm saying he's 18. He doesn't want to be at home with Mummy and Daddy and in bed by 8. I mean, it was, what was it last night? 9:15, and he's going out. Grant says, where the hell's he going at this time of the night? I said, what do you mean this time of the night? He said, well, it's late. I said, it's 9:45. He said, well, I said, he's 18. I said, what 18-year-old wants to be tucked up in bed at 9:45 at night? He just looks at me like, and I said, really? So I said to Josh, go on. Then Grant said, oh, he can reverse into our drive. He can reverse into his drive. Why have we got to go out? And we've got to put it in our drive. Because I tell Josh to put it out on the road because our drive is really, really awkward to get into. Me and Grant struggle. I've been driving, over 20 years. He's been driving, 30 odd years? 35 years, is it? So I must have been driving nearly 25, 30 years. So we're experienced drivers and we have difficulties getting in our drive because it's not flat like that. You've got to reverse up, then onto a flat and then right down. So you're like you're pivoting like that. So you can't see the drive when you go up. And you've got a fence here and you can't see anything until you've pivoted and then start to drop down. So it's quite easy to hit the fence if you're not careful. So I said, I don't want him to do it. He's not experienced enough. I said, it wouldn't be so bad in the day, but at night, I said, you can't bloody see a thing. So what did Josh do? Had a bloody go at it last night. Oh my God. I looked out the window as he was reversing. I thought, oh my God, he's going to hit the fence, going to hit the fence. Because he's coming back a little bit too fast. Because you have to rev, my car, you have to really rev the engine to get it in reverse and up a bit of a hill. Doesn't like it. It will just stall. So you've got to really quite rev it. And he was revving it a bit too much, but that's because of experience. You know, you'll get to know how much he needs to rev it. Coming back, of course, he came back a bit fast, and then he slammed the brake on, and I think he missed it, probably missed it by 6 or 7 inches, which is all right, you know, I know that's the thing. Then he's pulling forward, so in the end, I just come downstairs, and I said to him, you don't, and he did park it perfect then, but I said to Grant, no, he's not doing it again. I said, no. I said, it'd be your fault if he hits the fence. Well, I ain't driving, so how is it my fence? I said, because you're making him do it, and he doesn't need to. I said, it can stay out on the road. I don't care, as long as he's safe and he's not worrying. I said, and he hasn't smacked the car. So he has agreed now. He's not going to nag him, hopefully. That'll probably last till tonight, till he goes out again. I know, like I said to Grant, I know it's novel. I know it's my car, it's not Joshua's car. But everybody else, all his friends, their parents have bought them cars and they've got their own insurance. We couldn't afford to do it. You know, unfortunately, he's drawn the short straw and lives with the family there and got money. Do you know what I mean? He said, oh, so-and-so's got it, so-and-so's got their own car, so-and-so's got their own insurance. I said, well, bully for them. Their parents are rich and got well-paid jobs and well-paid bloody everything. Their parents are rich, their grandparents are rich. Do you know what I mean? I said, they all can afford it. I said, we can't. I said, we just about get by. I said, we pay our bills and put a bit of fuel in the car. And I said, we have a few little tiny treats, like me with a canvas or Grant with a extra bit of wood to carve. I said, and you lot get a bit of spending money if you go off with your mates. I said, that's as far as our money goes. I said, we're just going to be paying off for a year your insurance because we're paying monthly for it. That's what you get. I don't think he quite comprehends it all. I said, I know you're excited. I know you want to be out driving all the time. But it's wear and tear on the car. It's petrol on the car. I put petrol in the car. I said, yes, but short journeys eats up the petrol. And I said, you know, I know you're putting it in there, but also so am I, and you're using both up. But he wouldn't have any of that, so I don't know. I mean, I feel for him. I know why he wants to be out with his mates and show him that he's not, you know, he's the same as everybody else. But also he's got to learn that actually not everybody's got money and can do these things. Or do you think I'm being a hard mum? Some things I think I'm being hard. Grant says I'm being too soft. I said, whatever I do, I ain't going to win. So somebody's always disappointed in me. So I said, I can only do my best, and that's it. So yeah, but anyway, he's picking up the girls, so that'd be nice. And then he can watch the dog while I go in, and the girls if they want to. And I'll go and get the pizzas. Because that was another thing last night. I said to Grant, what do you want for tea? I said, you moaned last week because I did hot quiche, hot new potatoes, and I did a salad with it. And it wasn't, oh, you wanted hot food because it's winter and blah, blah, blah. So I said to him, right, what do you want tomorrow then? What hot food would you like to eat? I said, because I get sick and tired of trying to think of something different every single day. So I will cook whatever you want for tomorrow. Well, I don't know. You said, I don't know what would you want. And I said, well, you moaned. Oh, it's only because you did salad. I said, oh, but you still had hot food, but just with salad as well. So I said, you name what you want for tomorrow and I'll cook it. Do you know what he said? Beans on toast. Which is fine by me, but I'm thinking, I've also got 3 kids to feed. And they're not going to eat beans on toast. So I thought, right, then they can have bloody pizza then. If he wants beans on toast, he can have beans on toast. and they can have pizza. Does anybody else get sick and tired of trying to think of different foods every week? Because if you cook similar things, you know they'll eat. They go, oh, we had this last week, why are we having it again tonight? And then one will go, oh, I don't like that anymore, we've had that for loads of times. And it's like, really? Or is it just me being a moany min? I know, I'm a moany min. Yes, that's that. What else has been happening? Grant's been busy chiseling some spoons and things. I've had a couple of people asking to make some spalted beech, which he's absolutely loving working with. Mind you, the patterns on spalted beech is absolutely gorgeous. It is nice. I'll only get one if it's a defect. then it goes in my drawer if he's not happy with it. Or he's happy chiseling. He is supposed to be doing a robin, but I don't think it's for somebody, so I put no blackbird. But he did start a little bit on the robin, but I don't think he can get himself motivated on that at the moment for some reason. If he started, he'd be fine. So he's done a rough outline, and that's as far as it's got. But I said there's no point in doing it unless he's in the mood, because he'll make a mistake. And then he will be cursing. So I'll leave him to it. He can do whatever. Yeah, so as you all know, I monetized my channel because I reached over 1,000 and I got subbies on over 4,000 hours. So thank you everybody, every single one of you, for watching and subbing to me. I really appreciate it. And to let you know, yeah, I have earned a whole, in 2 weeks I've earned £2, was it £2.67? Yeah, 2 weeks. Was it £2.67? Yeah, £2.67 I think it was. In 2 weeks. So you've got to earn £60 before you can withdraw the money. So I've sort of worked it out that I should, by Christmas at this rate, have roughly £60 a crimbo. Well, that can't be bad, can it? So I'm dead chuffed at that. So I think I earn for every 100 views I earn roughly, what was it, 10p on one, 0.05 on another that had 100 on. It all varied, I suppose, what videos were on them. But yeah, I think you have to, for every 1,000 views on it, I think you get something like between around about £3 to £5. Sometimes it can be more depending how long the video is. So you need to be got a good following to earn money on YouTube. But I said that's fine, because if I can earn 60 quid by Christmas, I'll be a happy bunny. I will be a very, very happy bunny. And if you get super chat and all that, or super stickers on your lives, they take a massive portion out of that as well, which I learned the hard way. I think the first one, it worked out something like 35%, and then I just got one super thing money on one of my lives, and they took half. Well, it was about 3 cents less than half, so they took about 49%. I don't know how they justify it to be so high, but, and that also goes into, you can't have unless, that's got to go in your money in again until you reach £60. So, but it's all a learning curve, isn't it? I mean, I thought, well, a penny's better than no pennies. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. And I also do some surveys, online surveys, and you get like 35p a survey. Sometimes you'll get the odd £1 per survey, and I think by Christmas I usually have between £50 and £60 over the year, because a lot of them you'll get you start doing them, you're doing them for 10 minutes and they say, oh, you haven't qualified for this survey, which does piss me off after 10 minutes of filling stuff in. But I think you've got to take the good with the bad. So the ones you actually get qualified for, you end up with about, well, I do, I think it's because I'm older. I think if I was younger, maybe I'd probably qualify for a longer, but it seems to be if you hit 50, you don't qualify for a lot of it. But as I say, 50 to 60 quid again at Christmas helps to buy stuff for the kids. So I'm a happy mama. So what I usually do, if one comes through, I usually fill it in when I've got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. You know, when I want to sit down. And I'll just fill it in then while I'm having my cup of tea or my cup of coffee. Might even treat myself to a biscuit or two while filling it in. I say every little bit helps. And when you're not, you know, you count your pennies. So, and like Grant says, sometimes that means then that we can buy ourselves like little treats, knowing that I'm doing that to put away for Christmas, so the girls can have bits and pieces that they want. I can have the bits and pieces I want for my channel. Grant can have the bits and pieces he wants for his carvings, and everybody's happy. So it might not be stacks or most expensive stuff, might be the cheapest that we can get hold of, but at least it keeps us in the game of crafting or carving in Grant's name. So I think that's okay, you know. So that's that. What else? Oh yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks, but this last sort of 5 days have been really traumatic for me and my dad, because as you know, my mum's got dementia. I mean, you sort of knew she had. Well, my dad said a couple of years ago, the doctor said, you're imagining it, and he said, no, something's wrong. I know my wife, you know, I can tell something's wrong. No, you're all imagining it. But she did believe then that he was imagining it, to be fair. He did say, oh, maybe I am, you know. And then he felt guilty because he, you know, nobody wants to think their wife's going a bit potty. Well, as it turns out, she was in the early stages of dementia. Well, I said to you at Christmas time, didn't you? She's getting worse. Oh, the last 5 days. Oh, it's had me in tears so many times, it's unreal. I feel for my dad as well. Because a lot of the stuff that I keep trying to put in place, he kept poo-pooing. He didn't want things put in place. He could do it. And I kept saying, you can't do it. I'm not close enough to do it. And a lot of it I'm not allowed to do and Mother won't let me do. But she's decided now that he's evil. I'm just a complete and utter liar. That the house she's been in for 50 years is not hers. He's just bought it and one down the road. We have no idea where down the road is, but apparently he's bought another one down the road. Now, fetch in mind, my dad's 81 and she's 82. So I said, well, where down the road has he got one then, Mum? You know, down the road. When we went down the road, there was one down the road. He's bought that one. The man told me. I said, what man's told you? She said, that man we went to see. I said, we haven't been to see a man. Yes, we did. So I'm all right, okay. I said, well, why is this house not your house? She said, well, look at the stuff. She said, I wouldn't have bought any of this in here. I said, well, actually, I said, you're the one that's chose every piece of furniture in this house, every carpet, every curtain, every towel, everything, even the knickknacks. I said, it's all down to you. I said, Dad never had a say. And I said, he was quite happy to let you do all that. I said, he bought the house because, I said, 26 years ago, I said, because you nagged him that you wanted the house. So he thought it would be a good idea if they could just, because they got a discount because they'd been in there for so long with the council, that they wouldn't have to pay rent or mortgage when they retired. So I said, he did that. No, he didn't do it for me. Didn't do it for me. No, he's done it for himself. He's only just done it. I said, Mum, you have been in this house nearly 50 years. No, I haven't. She said, you're lying. She said, I want to go back to my home. And I said, well, this is your home. I want to go back to Lumbista. I said, you're in Lumbista. This is Lumbista. I mean, I spent all day Saturday up there convincing her that she was in her home, and I kept taking her around each room and showing her all the stuff that she bought and all her personal stuff. And we'd say, yeah, I know it's this, my home. I'm fine now. And we'd go back downstairs, and then half an hour later, well, not even that sometimes, a couple of minutes later, we'd go through the same. And then yesterday she phoned me and told me I was lying, and that the worst thing she ever did was marry my dad. She wished she never had us kids. He forced her to up there to get married and kept her from her family. And I was just like, Mum, you're talking loads of nonsense. I said, none of that's happened. Yes, it has. She said, you don't know nothing. She said, you've always been a liar. She said, you never tell the truth. I said, Mum, I said, you've always told me that I tell the truth too much, that I should keep my gob shut, because sometimes I do speak as it is, and I shouldn't. No, I have never said that. See, she said, there you go again, lying again about me. So I said, Mum, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to phone social services? Well, why would you phone them? I said, because you can't live on your own. If you don't want to live there with Dad, you'd have to go into a home because you've got dementia. I haven't got dementia. She said, there's nothing wrong with me. She said, it's all you lot. She said, you're all making it up. You're just trying to get rid of me. That's the problem. You're trying to get rid of me. I said, Mum, well, nobody's trying to get rid of you. We're trying to keep you safe. I said, you can't be left on your own. I said, you've put the chip pan on I don't know how many times that Dad's had to get rid of it. I said, you keep switching the fridge on and off. I said, so he's had to move the plugs from that. I said, you put pans of water on and then leave them till they boil dry. I said, you put pans with nothing in at all on the stove and left them on. No, I haven't. She said, see, there you go again. She said, lie, 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 lie. I said, Mum, I'm not lying. I'm just telling you as it is. So you know we're trying to look after you, trying to keep you safe. So, but no, she wouldn't have it yesterday. She would not have it yesterday. So Dad took the phone off her in the end. He said, oh, just leave it. He said, just leave it, love. He said, you know. So there was supposed to be a lady going to see him today about the dementia. Didn't bloody turn up, did she? So I said to Dad, have you got the number? No. I said, well, didn't you get her number? No. He said the doctor had arranged for her to come out, which she did last week, which I went to the meeting with her and the social service lady. So I said, well, you can't keep going on like this. I said, you're going through washing because she's having accidents left, right and centre. But she's not, it's him. So I said, you're going to have the help. So he was just taking her to the doctor's now because she's had 2 corns removed apparently, and the one looks a bit red and swollen because she's diabetic. They had to get that looked at, so he was taking her to the nurse. I said, ask the nurse if it's on her records who came out, or your records who came out to see you, and then we can try and get hold of them. I said, if not, I said, I'll try and get hold of social services. I said, but they won't tell me anything because you're next of kin, not me, and your power of attorney, not me. She said, oh, I'll be fine till next week. I said, yeah, but you're not fine. I said, she's telling you you're evil. She wished she never married you and all this malarkey. I said, it's not nice, is it? And he said, I know. He said, but you've got to let me deal with it. It's my wife. So I said, fine, Dad. I said, well, I'm here. I said, at the moment, I said, I'm housebound because of the dog. But I said, if you need me to come out, I will bring the dog with me and we'll come out and sit with you out there. But I find it hard because I've got 3 kids, and 3 kids with all each got their own problems that need to be sorted and dealt with each day. I said, then me with my health problems, which are going a bit array, but that's for another day. So yeah, so it's been a bit sort of, So my only saving grace is you lot. I said, I had a lovely live on Sunday, which was just what the doctor ordered. You all came in and we did giggle and laugh and whatever, even when the computer shut down on its own because Microsoft decided to do an update on its own without asking. But hey, we managed and we went back on. But it was, you don't realise how much I love being involved with you all and how much you all mean to me. You know, the ones that just watch and don't comment, or the ones that watch and comment, you all mean the world. Every time I see a view on my videos, it makes me smile from ear to ear, because that's my interaction with people is through YouTube, and also on Facebook, because it's most of you that I speak to on Facebook or Instagram that I've got to know through here. And I do like chatting and answering the comments as well. That makes my day as well. I see a little comment pick up and I'm like, oh, what they said, let's go look. And I go, oh, bless them. I read it out to Grant when he comes home. He says, oh, they're a lovely bunch, aren't they? I said, they are. We have got the best. I said, we're very, very lucky. So I thought, did the colouring one yesterday. I'm doing this one today. I have changed on my phone. I'm trying to work out why my phone does not video properly. So I was researching all videos this morning on it, and they were all saying, oh, it's a fantastic video, takes fantastic footage, blah blah de bloody blah blah. I thought, well, mine doesn't. So I did change one setting on it to 1080 from 720. So I don't know if that will make a difference or not. Well, everything was up to date that should be updated. But as I said to you on yesterday's video, I might get my old phone out and try it with my own phone, because the colours didn't even come through properly on the colour one I did yesterday, and I was so disappointed. It was a bit blurry in places, but you had to work with what you got, don't you? But I thought it wouldn't be so bad if it had showed the colours as bright as they were. So I don't know whether this, I might do another little colour in this one on the other phone and see, or do it on this one with this new setting. Oh, I don't know. But you're all very good because you still watched it, which I did appreciate. So what minutes are we on, guys? Have I bored you enough yet? What's that? 42 minutes. Oh. So yeah, so as I say, Josh will be picking the kids up in about 3/4 of an hour. He'll take over from me. Oh, the dog's off on the camel saddle. And then I'll go and get the pizzas. Tin of beans for the hubster and some nice bread. If he wants beans on toast, he's having beans on toast. I've boiled the rice up ready for the dog, so that's cooling. I've got some chicken in for her. So the kids can have pizza. Dad can have, Grant can have beans on toast. I had cheese on toast for lunch, so I don't know whether I'll eat tonight. I might not have anything. I don't really fancy a lot. Might see if they got any soup. Just get a little tin of soup or something, or a cup of soup, you know, the ones you make in a cup. Something like that. And then, of course, it'll be all the same tomorrow now. What we're going to cook tomorrow. Might do chops again tomorrow. I like chops and the kids like chops, but then I did that last week. I did chili chops and they do like chili chops. I did nachos last night, which went down a treat. Except Josh had decided to go out, so his is still in the fridge. Will probably stay in the fridge until I bin it, because he says he wants it. But I don't know. So I might go and make myself a fresh cup of tea, because that one was cold, before these kidlings come home. And I'll finish the K's, and then I'll probably put this away, and then I think I might do some cross stitching. So I could do another floss tube this week. Would any of you like to see me carrying on with my having a chat and doing some cross stitching and doing some stuff. Then I think, is that boring, watching me cross stitch and talking about it and stuff? But I am enjoying it, gotta admit. I've seen loads that I want, loads and loads, but no, I said you can't have them, so I've just got them all stored away, all the ones what site I've seen them on and so forth. Millie's got another one coming. Grant bought one off Wise Badger, so if that comes I'll show you that, because he bought it her for all the jobs that she did at the weekend. He said, you did all them jobs for your mum without being asked to do it. He said, so I've bought you next cross stitch, which was good because I think it was on offer for about $14.99 or $15.99 from £25 or something. So she was chuffed to bits because she didn't think she'd get it. So she was so excited that that's on its way. So I know the first words out of her mouth, but has it come yet? No, Millie, it's not, hasn't been dispatched yet that I know of. I said he only ordered it Sunday. So I said it probably won't get you till Thursday, Friday, if you're lucky. But yeah, so if anybody knows any good cross stitch web pages or Etsy shops for the UK, let me know down below, please, because I would appreciate it, even though I can't buy them. But I can look, can't I? I can, I can have a little browse, a little write down of what ones I like, and the prices and things. You just got to do a bit of research. That's what I tell Grant, it's a bit of research, it is, love. That's what it is. Making sure I get the best bargain. I guess, all right, whatever. So you can be married long enough to you, I know. He just chuckles and walks away. He's very good. Yes, he is very good. Is anybody else like me? I just started the checkerboard and now I've gone all higgledy-pickledy. I lost me. Put one in the wrong place and then it throws you right off, doesn't it? Right then, you lovely lot. It's 5 to 3. I've got time to make a quick cup of tea, and I might even treat myself to a little digestive biscuit. So I'll say I love you, leave you. Thank you for listening to me rabble on. You don't know how much it means to me. Love you all dearly. If you've just joined, thanks ever so much. Appreciate it. And as I say, they'll all tell you we do all sorts on my channel. So hope you stick around. And thanks to the ones that do stick around and comment. I love it. Take care, look after yourselves, and see you all soon. Say bye, Lil. Should know and sleep, Ben.